will also have their shirts at this next show as well, so cool. John, I did not see the Last Woman Standing match. I heard excellent things about it. That was Nikki Cross and Asuka, which again, I heard really wonderful, excellent things about that match. Really great to see legit all the fucking actual women's wrestling that's going on right now all over the place. Even, at the Women of Warrior shows, which bangers of matches from what I understand. Again, I was working Five Borough that night, but everything that I heard, everything that I watched that was edited and put out, just fantastic stuff. The Twisted Sisters against Team Pog, good stuff. Vanity versus Skylar, good match. Nikki Adams against Tasha Steelz, really good stuff. I mean, all those matches were great, and it's always great to see. Hey, what's going on, Big Hakeem? Roadkill from ECW, perfect for that neighborhood. Yes, Roadkill would absolutely fit in with the Hasidic Jews. I think so.
I think he's bald now.
Yeah, you know what? And you know what his name was in Developmental when he was in...
This is the fucking problem. This is the accident.
Oh, you couldn't get off here anyway. That's they cut off the exit too. That's what it was. So check this. There's an accident, and they cut off an exit. So that's what's.
I went down that exit, but I'm not in the right lane.
Yeah, just pull off, just drive into.
I'll fuck him too.
And Joe's talking about fucking people. Roadkill's name was Anthony Pulaski. He was a Polish fellow.
He's at all the big events. He's a vendor. He sells toys.
Yeah, good stuff, dude.
Yeah, he came up to me and he wanted some shit signed by Jake. Like old school LJN shit. In the package.
The best match I've seen in a while, to be honest. Little by little, they keep... Yeah, like I said, the women in, NXT, women in just professional wrestling in general at this point, like, the bar has been set so high. So it's really great to see them doing a lot of this stuff. Again, we were talking to some of the female students today about how they have, like, such incredible role models to look up to right now, whereas, women, 20 years ago had, in terms of women's wrestling, there wasn't a whole lot out there. In 98, 99, it was like Sable, wrestling. I mean, Luna was wonderful. Jackie Moore was great, but then you had, like, that whole era of where it was just, like, silicone and swimsuit models and, 2 left feet. What do you got? Roadkill does rule. I love me some Roadkill. I was a huge fan of Roadkill and Danny Doring back in the day. I was a fan of everything in ECW.
I didn't care for them.
Well, I don't know.
They didn't do anything.
They were great. They had their fun little tag moves.
I don't think they were great.
They were a lot of fun. They were really good for what they were doing there.
Dudleys were great.
Okay, I think you're missing the point. If you have an opening tag match, they were always the opening tag. It was them versus Nova and Shetty, them versus fucking Matthews and York, them versus fucking Tajiri and Super Crazy, whoever it was. Whatever it ended up being, it was always a fun match. But what's funny is I watch back a lot of the ECW stuff, and some of it holds up, and some of it really doesn't. Especially the stuff from like the early '90s. I'd say like '94 through maybe '96. A lot of that stuff really doesn't hold up. It just wasn't great. But even more towards the end, I would say when they were getting in, the Matthews in New York and, using, Nova had gotten in really good shape and was just doing cool stuff. It's reminiscent of a lot of, like, the independent stuff that I got into, 2003, 2004, 2005, the Ring of Honor, the Jersey All-Pro, a lot of that indie style that still can be kind of seen today in terms of everything they're doing. Really, really fun stuff. That's some of my favorite stuff to watch out on the network, is the old ECW pay-per-views. And again, going back to pay-per-views, barely legal, where they had the 6-person, was it Lucha Pura, Japanese Lucha Michinoku Pro match. Did I say Michinoku?
Michinoku.
Can't say it right. Never has. 11 years. Can't say it right. That's a match of guys just doing shit that, is literally like everything the independents are right now. Just move, 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 move. Awesome fucking stuff. Can still watch that match back to this day as just being something totally fun to really get absorbed in. That whole pay-per-view was phenomenal. The FBI, another fucking... That's a crazy thing. If you guys have seen Little Guido wrestle recently, I'll always tout him, heads up, tout him as being one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time, because you hear about a lot of people, talk up a lot of people, but you never hear people talk about Guido. And I don't think I've ever seen a bad match out of him. Maybe not, a great, a good. You've never seen a bad match out of him. The guy was always on. Always busted his ass. Always killed it. And there was a 3-way he had against Crazy and Tajiri. It's insanity. So much fun. How do you feel about Lil Guido, Joe?
I like him.
Incredibly talkative today. Really making this conversation really go great. Sure, Kevin Nass is going to look at this and go, I can't put this up. Yeah, I know it's miserable. Exit's coming up. So we're close enough to it and probably shouldn't be anything from there. Yeah, they did do that because that was the ECW fans were so much smarter than, I guess, your normal fans. So they were trying to create that Japanese atmosphere in that match where they're tossing the streamers. And now they do it, every show for everybody.
It's stupid.
I don't think it's stupid at all. I think it's...
Every match? There's no point in it anymore.
Well, I mean, they do it in Japan every match.
No, this is in Japan.
Yeah. Not like Joe watches wrestling. Well, such as that. We're just sitting here, just mowing along in this dog shit traffic. And that's what it'll end up being. Yeah. So I feel like I'm getting nothing else where Joe's, rightfully so pissed off. So I'm probably going to end this now and get this done early. So this could go up as the worst radio show on Damage 365 ever. So feel free to check us out next week. Warriors of Wrestling presents Ultimate Survival, 30-man over the top rope Royal Rumble style match. What we should do? We should try and find a way to be able to live stream that in some way, shape, or form. Let's talk to some people, see if we can get that match live streamed, because that'd be pretty cool. At the end of the night, people will be checking that out. WarriorsWrestling.com, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Check it all out. Follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. YouTube, WOW TV Live. You can check me out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at King of Chaos NYC. And, for the boss man, happy boss man.
Oh, Jake, I have some bad news for you today. You better get off this thing right now.
And me. See you later.